These people that you're comparing yourself to, you don't really know very well. What that means is that you see their shiny outside, but you don't see the reality of their life. There's always people out there who are doing far better than you on pretty much anything you want to imagine. And if all you're doing is seeing yourself in their reflected light, let's say, then it's going to be pretty damn dismal. But it's not a good comparison because, well, first of all, there's danger in just comparing yourself to others, period, because they're not you. And God only knows what struggles they had to undertake to get to where they were, or what burdens they're currently carrying that you're not aware of. But you can certainly contrast yourself with yourself. And that's a lot better. It is the only way. Well, it's also the only way of really measuring anything approximating proper improvement. You can actually tell when you're a little better than you were yesterday.
Right.
And you can actually do that. That's another thing that's so interesting about it, is that you can actually make yourself a little better in some way, pretty much, well, I don't know if it's at every moment, but you can certainly do it every day. Be careful who you share good news with, because you want to share good news with people who are going to be genuinely happy for you, and be careful who you share bad news with, because that's equally tricky. You want someone who will listen to you when you're having trouble and allow you your grief. Beauty calls people to their higher being, I would say, and to make friends with beauty is to introduce yourself very carefully to one of the mysteries of life that make it worth living. There's never been a better time for the majority of people to be alive, and the future, although we're vulnerable and terrible things can always happen to us, it's hard to make a case that the future doesn't look comparatively positive. We're becoming extremely technologically sophisticated, and the world is changing at an incredibly rapid rate, and the only way we're going to be able to manage that in a positive way is if each of us, or as many of us as possible, are capable of making wise and careful and truthful decisions. And if we do that, then maybe things can continue to improve. You don't get people to stand up on their own 2 feet and to adopt responsibility if everything is given to them. And that's a real conundrum.
Imagine you're 90 years old, sitting in your rocking chair, looking back at your life. Do you think you'll have any regrets? If you continue living the way that you're living right now, will you truly be fulfilled when it's all over? If the answer is no, then ask yourself why. Why would anyone reject the calling to become what they believe they have the potential to be? Because we limit ourselves in an effort to avoid fear, failure, discomfort, or any sort of pain we think we'll experience. So we build this prevention machine designed to protect us from having to struggle. Destroy this machine. Destroy the part of yourself that's stopping you from living the incredible life you're capable of creating. Feel the pain that is holding you back. Feel it making you stronger. And when that voice in your head says your pursuit is far-fetched, too difficult, too risky, impossible, tell it that it's okay if you think it can't be done. Just don't distract me while I do it. Don't allow the prevention machine to trick you into believing that if you keep it running, then it will be easy. It's not easy to settle for less when you know you're capable of more. To be bored out of your mind, sitting at a desk waiting for the weekend to come. It's not easy to retreat, to ignore the path you know you need to take. Never give up on something you can't go a day without thinking about. We all go through that. Not doing the thing we know we need to do, and instead taking the safer path that has a reward visible at the end. But that's not your path. Yours is the crazy looking trail on the edge of a cliff with giant gaps and no end in sight. Go there. Go where you have less comfort and security, but more passion and possibility. And the more vulnerable you feel, the weaker the machine becomes until it breaks down completely. There's a certain freedom in that. The kind that comes from knowing that whatever force tries to stop you has no chance. Knowing that you're giving life everything you have. Knowing that you're becoming all that you could be. You'll wake up excited every day with one mission. Break walls and build bridges towards the most enlivening pursuit you can dream of. Aren't you tired of wondering what you're truly capable of? Find out. And when you're 90 years old, sitting in your rocking chair, looking back at your life, you'll be proud of the person you've become.
When you settle, you ruin the movie. Yeah, you heard me. Your life is a movie and you are the author. Your life is a movie and you are the director. Life is a movie. And you need to edit some scenes out. The pen is in your hand, my friend, and you're writing your very own personal movie. And I believe the good guy wins in the end. I believe the good woman wins in the end. I believe that you will win in the end as long as you don't settle. When you settle, you ruin the finale. When you settle, you ruin the final scene. We are all tuned into your movie. We got our popcorn ready, waiting for your grand finale. How is your movie going to end? As long as there is strength in your body, there is a chance. Sometimes discouragement happens. Sometimes fatigue happens. But one thing I know about life, when you get tired, you gotta wait for that second wind. When that second wind kicks in, whoa, you might be tired right now, but that second wind is kicking in. I came here right now today to be your second wind, and don't you ever settle. Why? Because I don't want you to have regrets.